Well, black's pieces, despite the compact nature of the position, actually look like they're doing a fantastic job. There's no way to crash through. I mean, I'm looking at all the sacrifices, can't see anything working because G7 is heavily defended. And then the question is, if you can't get in via G7, then even the checks, knight H6, you're not really getting anywhere. So how to cause mischief?
It feels a bit icky though, doesn't it?
Does.
Look at that 7th rank. Oh, dearie me.
It's not pretty, chess.
Oh, by the way, you've got 1 minute 15 to defend this with black as well.
Okay, it's difficult, right? But for the time being, it's holding firm. And they're...
Oh, what's he played?
What he played?
It looks like he's thrown the rook down to... I can only see that on camera. It hasn't appeared on the board yet.
One check.
E2 or E1?
Could be E2. It's on a dark square, so it's definitely rook E1.
Yes. Okay, well, I'll wait for it to appear on the board. Rook E1 check, well... Okay, so I guess king H2...
Yeah.
Alireza's being very careful. He's not blitzing him.
Oh, no, he doesn't need to blitz. I mean, you can take some time out and, assess whether king should be okay on F2, because that's a gutsy move, but king H2 is definitely the most logical.
For the most forcing move, yeah.
Yeah.
Or will he just tuck the king away to H2? I'm a chicken. I want maximum security for my king. I would put it on H2, unless there's some check on the diagonal, but I don't think so.
No, the knight on F5 is covering the key D6 square, whereas the rook on A7 covering C7. But yeah, you do have to work out like bishop to D6 check. But is black really going to go the counter offensive? No, I don't believe it.
Yeah, king H2, bishop D6, and then you've got to block with, well, certainly the G pawn, that would be horrible, but the F pawn. He's gone king H2. Now, is he going to play bishop D6, F4, and then put the bishop back on F8 and just say, okay, what you got?
Yes. Oh, wow.
Oh, queen down to C1.
Yeah.
So Matthew not lying down here. He's not playing passively. King H2, queen C1.
That's a real bravery there, because, you're threatening rook H1. Now the white king is going to get corralled about. And, okay, what does white have?
But what actually is black threatening in that position? So
I thought rook H1, maybe we can put these on the analysis board.
Yeah, okay, so king here. So is this a threat? Because after king G3, queen E1, then bishop F2, the queen goes back,
E5.
Yeah, then F4, could take a pawn. Then we'll find out what white's threatening at the other end of the board, basically.
Yeah, but in the meantime,
tricky.
White doesn't have any active moves or any active threats, because the first thing you're looking at is you're kind of assessing knight H6 check. What happens after king H8? Is your knight effective on that square? Where is the point that you need to hone in on? G7, so well protected. So is F6. What is white going to be doing? Maybe you can just play it cool.
Well, can you play it cool in this position? I mean, the move that I'm looking at is, and I don't think this works, is bishop F6. Because if knight takes, then I've got rook G7.
Yeah, we should show that one because it's a beautiful checkmate. So bishop F6. Knight takes.
Or does king H8. No checkmate. Or is it checkmate? Oh, rook G8.
And then queen slides
queen
over
D4.
to D4.
Did I do it?
You did. Well, knight F6.
Knight F6. Oh, no, it's not checkmate.
Please, this is just...
okay, and black is winning. Okay, so my trick with bishop F6 was just losing. Okay, so it's not so easy to blast through. Of course, if white... I was going to say white wants to draw, then, but that's not even this is possible because of queen H6.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That is very true. So...
This is trickier than it first looks, actually. I just assumed this just wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah. It's... Yeah, looking very tricky, right? So knight h6, not possible because of queen takes h6. I'm sure I said, what about knight h6? And then there is, okay, maybe you can just go bishop c3, because somehow I liked your idea.
You want to just force the issue?
Exactly. And then no queen e1.
No queen e1, that's true. Yeah.
And you're just kind of arguing that the queen and rook no longer coordinate for the defense.
Yeah, I mean, there could be some ideas of knight e7 and queen e6, actually. I think that's getting close to breaking through. But of course, it all depends on the counterattack at the other end of the board. But, I mean, for the moment, white's king is, well, I was going to say reasonably secure.
Yeah.
Don't know. It's fun.
Well, he's reaching for the bishop.
Well, what's he done?
He goes bishop c3, covering
He
the
has
E1
played
square.
good stuff. Well done. Bishop c3. So this forces the issue.
And now for Matthew Towner with the black pieces. Well, he has to move his rook. He gives a check. The king steps up to g3. And there's so much risk here for Matthew because rook h1 is very tempting. But at the same time, you are at risk of putting your rook offside.
It's interesting. The eval bar, I mean, we're not getting move suggestions here, but the eval bar says only slight advantage to white. That's incredible. I would have thought that somehow this should be very good for white, but the computer knows better.
Well, the computer's just perfect, right?
Well,
it's got
indeed.
No fear.
But I suspect that to hold this, Matthew is going to have to play very precisely.
He's just made g6 as well.
He's played g6.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's played g6, and now I'm thinking your idea of going knight to e7.
But I mean, that exposes the seventh rank completely. So that is an incredibly risky move.
Yeah, and then you can see the evaluation bar there on the right side. It
doesn't
shot
like
up
it.
all in white's favor. So your move, knight to e7, just looks great, doesn't it? Just take control over the defense. He's reaching for the knight. Where's he going to go? Knight e7. And the white king, safe for the time being.
Okay, so let's just check this out. So if this is take, so knight e7, bishop takes. Now, you could just play rook takes. The problem with queen check is that, and then taking on e7, it allows queen g5.
Yeah, but the king can hide to f2.
Is it safe on f2?
Yeah.
If it's safe, then queen h4. Okay, well, it's being played out.
Okay,
He's-
Matthew's got no
he's-
time.
Yeah, he's played king h8 anyway. I mean, I think even if that line wasn't working, you could just play rook takes and it's game over.
Yeah.
So anyway, king h8 played.
And the one now it becomes really relevant. Can you just dive in with the queen to e6? And we were looking at
So then queen g5.
queen g5 check. Maybe we can play this one out.
So, okay, yeah. So king h8 played. Now we're looking at, this is our daft analysis. And king f2,
F2.
is there a good check?
Queen h4. You've got to keep checking to keep the game alive. And now, yeah, the e1 square is covered. You can also go, yep, king e2. The evaluation bar doesn't change, so
Still
I
likes
like
it. Yeah, I mean, I think this endgame looks absolutely terrible for
And
black.
here I was just going to say you can go rook a8. And there we see a handshake.